So, hi guys, welcome to episode 2 of Getting to Know How to Do Your Makeup by Yourself, my DIY program. So, today we're going to be learning how to do our brows step by step, beginner friendly. Okay, so we're learning how to do brows before skin, and what you'll be needing is your brow pencil. This brow pencil is from Novan Beauty in the number 01. It has the spoolie side and it has the pencil side. So, this pencil side, all you have to do is roll up very little. I don't know if you can see how little I rolled up. Don't take too much because once you roll up too much, the pencil will then break. I'm using a wax. It's called edge control or brow tamer. You use that to tame your brows first. Some people sometimes use lash glue. Yeah, they use the lash glue, lash gel, sort of. Yeah, so while you're waiting for that to dry down, you can be doing your eyeshadow. Before you finish your eyeshadow, the brows has already dried down. So I'm going to be using the spoolie part to tame my brows. First, I use it to brush my brows upward. Take little product, use it to tame my brows like this. For people that have like loads of brows, you should do this so that the brow just sleeps and then it's not all over the place. It just tames the brows and makes it easier for you to draw or carve your brows. So many times I'm doing my eyeshadow first. So I wait for this brow gel to just dry matte by itself. The time I'm going to use to do my eyeshadow, it should have dried. If you're in a hurry and you cannot wait, I use the powder puff. This is a powder puff from Nivedo Luxury. It's a Nigerian brand. This is the Avo powder in 25. Triangle puff, just dab the two and then put it on the brow area. Just push it in, not scrubbing, just push it in so that it just removes the excess oil. There are three parts. First of all, let's start from there. So the side of your nose, I don't know what that's called, but this place that the thing contour enter, that's the beginning of your brows, like this. Then when you tilt it a bit in a V direction, it's like almost half of your brow. And then to get the tail of your brow, just put your pencil here and let it lie on your, what is this? The outer corner of your eye. So when you're drawing your eyeliner, where your eyeliner actually ends. So we have 3 points. Start from this stuff here. So it starts from like here and it ends here. So where that thing ends is where you start your brows from. It's here, this inner, not your crease, this one inner here. So you start drawing your brows from that side, which is like just a few centimeters away from your arc. So this is the beginning of your brows. This is your arc, and this is your tail. So your arc is like the strongest part of your brow, like your brow bone, where your brow bone is. Start drawing. You're going up first, up for soft arc. You just go up little by little. Then from your arc, bring it down, downwards to the tail. So it went up a little bit and it was progressing downwards little by little. So the same thing you did for the down part, you do it for the top. Same line, right? So now you are doing it where your hair stops. Now I didn't have my brows because I don't really have a lot of brow hair. So I did not have the hair in my brows. So even when you don't have your brows, I don't know if you can see it. There's hair under here, but there's a way you use your height to calculate how your arc should go. You're going up, then you come. It's just like C, little by little, not a doorbell like C. Let me not say C. Maybe like R. So when you're going, you just curve a little bit, soft arc. You understand? So for the top two, where your hair starts or stops, draw it upward. Now I'm almost at my arc. I start turning little by little, little by little. So as I'm turning, I'm not just turning for it to come straight. I'm turning into this line so that the end of this place can be thin. I hope you guys understand. So we're turning into, can you see, if without turning finish, like even ah English hard, even without turning into the bottom stroke finish, is already a proper nice brow. I hope you get me. It's not fat. You don't want your brows to be fat at the end. So like just finish up and enter into this plate. Let it marry each other. So we know this is the beginning of our brows here, our arc is. So naturally you can see where my arc is. Yeah, that's the eye point of my face, and then it's coming down. My brows can actually end here. This is where the hair of my brows ended. But sometimes you can pull it to the, when you're drawing your eyeliner, the way it goes, you can let it stop here. But this is like the max point, but it can definitely still stop before the max point. Do you feel me? You just cannot come down here. It cannot come lower than whatever is going on should finish up here. It shouldn't come down here, if that makes sense. So this round thing that is here, I really hope it's on everybody's face. But there's this round thing here. We're going to repeat that step that we did here. So if you did not get this part, I want you to get this part. That's why this video is long. So from here, go up little by little, little by little. Then when you get to the arc, keep turning it small, 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 small. I'm going back and forth in that place and turning. I'm not just going up then coming down. I'm turning like little by little. So brows are sisters, they are not twins. Don't beat yourself up if you do not get your brows if they're not equal. Just make sure they look alike to an extent. So the same thing, if you can see, this is where my hair is starting. Don't draw above your hairline, don't draw below. Okay, you can draw below sometimes, but like try to just draw where your hair starts and where it stops. So where the hair is plenty is where you start drawing from, which is here. Because sometimes there's no hair behind, so you cannot really work with that. So start from where the hair is plenty, then go up little by little. So now in all these spaces, there's no hair, but my imagination, you use your imagination to draw. So now I've gotten to where my arc is. You start turning little by little again, so you get into the brows here. I hope you guys can see that. So yeah, we have two brows now. Now to fill in, you can see it's not rolled up longer than it is. This pencil comes in 01 and 02. If you're lighter than I am, you can go with 02. But I like 01 because it's darker. So you can start from the back filling and you can start from the front. So I'll do both here. For this one, I'll start from the front. So you see this place that the brow is supposed to actually start from. Let me clean it off. I can see that it's supposed to start from here. Let me just use a dot. So I'll start filling in upward light strokes from where my brows are supposed to start, then light strokes upward like that. Then the next ones I'll be going sideways little by little. I'm just literally following how my brows are growing. So just follow how the brow grows. So just feeling light strokes. Gone are the days where we just shade. Now we just fill in with light strokes. And after I do that, I use the spoolie. That's why I like pencils like this because you don't have to be using a lot of things. They work, they're very handy. So I use it to diffuse this front part because I don't want it to be too shaded. So now if you look at my brows, it just looks like strokes, strokes. It doesn't necessarily look shaded. So this one I'm going to start from, I carry from front here, I'll start from the back here. So you know that it's still the same thing. You can still do from the back, you can do from the front, as long as you're using pencils like this. But if you're using like Davis pencil, I advise that you start from the back, fill in, then resharpen your pencil for the tip to be very sharp. Then you can make your light strokes. Then because if the tip of your pencil is not very sharp, the strokes will not be very light. it will look shaded. So you're just literally feeling places that looks like there's no hair, sparse hairs, and then just make sure the strokes are very faint so that it doesn't look too shaded. Feel me? So I feel like this one is different from these brows. Both of them are different, but we'll try to make sure they are the same. We don't all have the same brows. This even our hands. One hand, see my right hand is even longer than my left hand. That's why sometimes you wear your shoes. One fits one is like tighter while the other is not as tight. Now we use a lighter shade of concealer. So this is Blossom Spotless Concealer in the shade 150 tan, and I'm going to be using this concealer brush. It's a flat brush. There are different types. You can use the ones that have like slant, but I really like this one, so I'm just going to stick with what I like and understand. I have the one that the mouth shapes like box too, but I don't really use it. So I'm using two different concealers. This is V Beauty Pot Concealer in MG6. I think this might be my foundation color. This is what it looks like in the pot. I'm just going to scoop a little out. Don't dip your brush inside. Oh. If you're a professional, like don't double dip. Just use something to scoop them out and just put it somewhere. I have two of this here. You can use a pan, of course. So when I'm picking, I hope my hand is going to show. I just tap with the tip. Now the same way we drew these brows is the same way we're going to conceal them. Like this, you can go out like this because once you draw a very nice defined brows, it will be easier for you to conceal. Sometimes you don't have to conceal. The essence of concealing is just to clean out clean out the brows. So I use a lighter shade, the same place that I started drawing from, conceal. So you don't talk much when you're concealing because as your mouth is moving, your hand is moving. So just little by little, clean out the edge. So now I'm getting to where I want the arc, where I turned. So I'm going to be moving and turning at once, go back, turn at once, instead of the that I was doing. Now clean out the end little by little. So when I do this, I put the excess out here like this. So the thing is, if I had done my foundation first, there's a possibility that I will use a concealer lighter than this. So I'm going to take this, the darker one now. Because when you've done your foundation, you need to go lighter. But if you've not done your foundation and your foundation first, the concealer is going to be very bright. But if I've done my foundation first, this concealer might not be as bright as this. So I might need to go a shade lighter or depending on how I want my brows. So I'm going to use this. Still, I'm not concealing from the front because I don't want it to be like box. I'm just going to conceal from like here, closer. Oh my god, concealer. Then just match up and kiss this. Do you understand? Just kiss it, marry it. Then I'll bring the excess down here. So I went into it a little bit. I'm going to correct that by look at the way I'm correcting the opposite just because it's just little. So if I do like this, I feel like I might make a mistake. If I do like this, I'm more precise to fixing that mistake. This is like supposed to be beginner friendly, so I'm showing you the mistakes. If you make mistakes, like that's okay too. So with this a brush like this, it can be a fluffy brush, it can be any brush that you can just use to clean up concealer. Just tap tap and then you tap forward so that the excess will just come forward. Then so the essence of bringing down all these products here is so that when I'm blending, it's no, I'll not accidentally enter my brows. So I'm raising my brows. If you're working on a client, you will most like they will not raise their brows. You just tend to close your eyes so that you can have enough space to blend and just tap 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 tap. But if I'm working on myself, I raise my brows, and this is DIY. Do it for yourself. So that's what I'm saying. Raise your brows. So you can see how very flawless this front is. Hey, can you see? It's not as structured like the back. So now if you feel like the top is not well done as well, you can just clean it out. As like maybe if you made a mistake or if you want it to look exactly, this one is more round and this one is more like this. So definitely I still have to fix this. So from the same place we started, go straight. When you get here, can you see how I'm doing it? Then be on the same line, however, then slightly, turn into the brow as well. So the excess, I did excess up. Now I'm just going to blend that into my skin. So usually this 06 is dark for me, but because I don't have foundation on, it just feels like, I think it looks like either it's even lighter or it's just my shade. But make sure you're using your foundation shade. Whatever it is that you use for your foundation, remain small and just use it to clean up your concealer. So for the second side too, same routine. Now we did like this in this side, and for the top, I bent my brush like this and went this way. You can do this as well, whichever is convenient. If it's this way, if it's, I feel like this way is more convenient, so you just turn it like this. But if it's this way, whatever works your boat. But this one, when you're doing your right side, you're more relaxed, you're more comfortable. I'll pick the product on the side to make sure it's a flat brush, so it's easy for you to draw. So the same way we did this, we'll do this. The brows are going out. They went up, out. They didn't go up, curve, up, out. So we'll repeat the same thing for this one. Just clean up the excess. So when we get to the arc, we're turning little by little as well and out. Then blend the excess little by little out as well. So that when you want to blend, you will not make a mistake. So I'm taking the darker shade to do the front too. So I still did not get to the beginning point. I just like use the darker shade halfway. Clean up the darker shade first because I just don't want my the lighter one at the back to transfer to the front side. So I just when I'm patting, I'm patting forward. When you raise your brows, you can even see more. You can see the line, but like this, you might not really see them. But when you raise your, you can see everything. So then clean the excess on this side as well. I always advise that you clean as you go, like as you're using the concealer, just clean off the excess immediately so that it doesn't dry up and then become, some concealers dry up so fast and then they become really hard to work with. Same way, I'm using the darker side now. So now here I'm just going to turn round just like the other side. I feel like I drew one longer than the other, but we'll fix that. So, and I think the reason why this concealer is lighter is because the one on the lighter side has transferred, because it's not supposed to even be this light. Clean that up as well. So this brow is longer. This one got to the end. This one, however, didn't really get to the end. Remember, I was telling you that you can make it get to the end, but not past it, and then you can make it shorter. So actually, between the both of them, this is the right side, this is the left side. Let me know which one you actually like better. I like this right side better, but for me to make this one longer, it might take me a longer process. So I'm just going to make this one shorter. And how do I do that? From under, I just extend the hand outside and cut it off. I noticed that when I was doing the brows of this one, I cut it a bit. So you have to go little by little. It will be almost unnoticeable, but you just go little by little, line by line. Don't just go straight. Line by line, reduce. I reduced the first time. This is the second reduction I'm doing. And since I'm talking, I'm making a mistake. So this is another reduction. So cut it so that it will not be as long. So if you're trying to fill in and then your concealer is making it uh is entering the brows, just clean the body like this and continue what you're doing. And make sure you darken that place more because once the concealer touches it, it comes to be lighter. If I did like this now, I don't know, for me it might not just be convenient, but if you do this, you know, you can control it. So clean up the excess. Everything we're doing now, we didn't really come to this front. That's why you need to just do really light strokes that are like pretty on that side. After you get to this stage, if you are going out just like this, just take your powder, that's in powder. Just use it to so that everyone will not be so creamy to mattify. Now you can go wherever like this. Like you don't have to put products in the rest of your face. Although if you are going without products in the rest of your face, I'll just advise that you conceal, do everything without using concealer. Just use your foundation shade. I hope I not made a mistake like this. If you are still going to finish up your makeup and you want to do brows first, this is the way you do it. So I hope that you were able to learn something from this video. Please give this video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and all that stuff. So yeah, left side, right side. Which is your favorite? Let me know. Bye.